The prophecy of iron and clay is now revealed. Daniel chapter 2 verse 28 to 49. Then Daniel said to King Nebuchadnezzar, King, but there is a sovereign one whom is the Elu'hymn. And whom is my sovereign king, and whom is called and the Holy One. And whom is the sovereign one of all the heavens, and the earth. And whom is the only sovereign one, whom alone can reveal all secrets, and whom can make known to you the interpretation of your dreams and your visions, O King Nebuchadnezzar. And also what shall come to be in the latter days. And whom can reveal to thee these dreams, and also these visions that you have seen while you were sleeping upon your bed. Even these hidden dreams which are trapped in thy head, and also these visions that these wise men couldn't reveal to you. But as far as the revelation and the interpretation of your vision goes, O king, it was unraveled to me like this. And these were the thoughts that came into thine mind while you were upon your bed. And this is the revelation of your dream, and interpretation of your vision, and the things that should come to pass hereafter, and this is because Elu has revealed these secrets to me, and because he has made known to me what shall come to pass. But not because of me, and anything special that I have done, but it is because of you that Elu has revealed these vision and these dreams to me. And why he has revealed these secrets to you, and which have being revealed to me. And it's not because of any wisdom that I have more than any other person, but it is because of Elu'hymn, and also because these revelations came for our sakes, so that Elu could made known to us His intentions, and by His revelations, and by the interpretation of these visions. That Elu have given to me, and for thee, O king. So, that Elu, whom is the sovereign one of heaven, might reveal to us, and to you His power and His might, and for to show you your thoughts, and also the intent of your heart. And also that you might acknowledge and also that you should learn to fear whom is the Holy One, whom is the Almighty and whom is the Holy One, whom is called Elu, and whom is the Sovereign One, whom is the Eternal King. And the Sovereign Head whom you have seen. And King you have behold Elu, and the Elu'hymn, and the Holy One, whom is the Great Sovereign. And whom is this great King, and whose sighting and brightness was excellent, and whose glory you stood before. And whose eyousness was shrouded in power and glory, and whose form was as a brilliant light, and whom appearance was as the odd. And whose sighting was of an awesome and dreadful sovereign. And then you saw this other image which had a head which was made of fine gold, and its breast and its arms was of silver, and its belly and its thighs was made of brass. And its legs was of iron, and its feet were partly of iron, and partly of clay. And King you beheld Elu, whom is the odd, and also His image, and also of this head, and this King in your vision, until a stone was cast down from heaven, and Elu cut down the image, and then it was without hands, and then he smote the image, and then Elu broke off its feet. And then the feet and the toes that were of iron and clay was destroyed by Elu, and the image was broken into pieces. Then was the iron, the clay, and the brass, and their silver, and their gold, was broken into pieces, and that they couldn't be seen any more. And there wasn't any place left for them in His earth, and then they wasn't found any more. And then Elu, and His stone that smote the image, the His kingdom became a great mountain, and then His holy kingdom began to fill His whole earth. And King Nebuchadnezzar, this is thy dream that Elu has shown to me, and this was your vision and your dream. And I will now tell you the interpretation that Elu has shown to me. O King Nebuchadnezzar, He is this sovereign king, and He is the King of kings. And thou art this head of fine gold, King Nebuchadnezzar. And because He is the sovereign King of heaven, and He have given you this kingdom, and also power, and also strength, and also glory, and also a kingdom, and also fame wheresoever the children of men are dwelling, and also where the beasts of the field were gathered, and also where the fowls of the air were gathered, and even in many lands which are under His heavens. And it is because of Elu, whom have given thee this power, and this kingdom, and also because He have placed their well-being and their care into thine hands. And it is because of whom is the sovereign one, and why you are so famous, because is whom have made thee ruler over them all. So, King Nebuchadnezzar, you are this head of gold. And your kingdom is this fourth kingdom, and after that there shall arise another kingdom, a fifth kingdom which shall be inferior to thines. And also after that there shall arise another one which shall be the sixth kingdom. And which shall be of brass, and which shall bear rule over all Ys earth. And then there shall arise a seventh kingdom which shall be as strong as iron, and much of it shall be rule like the rule of iron. And as iron cannot break, then so would it be used to break, and to destroy the nations of the people them, and also many of their cities, and to destroy, and to kill the people, and to break things into pieces. And also it would be used to subdue all men and also all the nations, and also it would be used to break many things into pieces. And so it would be used to break all of these nations. And it shall break them into pieces, and it shall bruise, and kill the people them. And whereas thou saw that the feet of this idol, and this image, that its toes were made partly of potter's clay, and that it was partly of iron, it means that this kingdom shall be divided. But there shall be in it the strength of iron. And inasmuch as thou saw that the iron was mixed within the miry clay, and also the toes, and also the feet were partly made of iron, and also partly of clay, it shows that this kingdom was partly strong, and partly broken. And whereas thou saw that there was a seventh kingdom which had within it the 10 toes, and which had within it iron and clay, and also which was mixed with the miry clay, and that it was partly broken. This also means that they would implant the seed of men into artificial wombs made of iron. And that these clones and hybrids beings would become intermingled with the human beings them. And that when they themselves became impregnated with the seed of men, that they themselves produced offspring. But they wouldn't cleave one to another, like the offspring of human beings would. But instead they would be like the mixture of oil and water, which doesn't mix. And so, would these beings be that were created by them would become. And so would those beings which were clones, and also so would all those that were created, and were from this artificial creation, and of all these beings that were born from that process. So, then they won't born mixed. And so would their creation be of any of these hybrids or humanoid robots that were carrying children, and those which were born within these false womb, so that they could become flesh, but they would not mix together. And this was why they weren't the same as those that were born by humans' flesh. And King Nebuchadnezzar, this head, and its breast, and its thigh, and its feet with the toes fell down, and they all together became like the chaff on the summer threshing floors. And when the wind blew, it blew them away. And the chaff was carried away. And so thus would all those that aren't born by real humans. And even though they were all able to be born and became humans, they weren't born by real humans, thus they were identified as being mixed with iron and clay. But they became human flesh. But in the days of these creations, and when they would begin to multiply in Ys world, and in the days that these creatures that they would begin to live amongst us, and also with these humans that were clones, and also with those creations which were hybrid beings, and also which were called humanoid robots, and also those beings which were born from humans, and humanoid robots, and also those which came about because of the creation of these AI, and also those which came about because of the creation of man's intellect, and also from these humanoid robots, and also from those beings which came about because of the creation of robots that were the children of these fully sexually capable machines, and also which became capable of giving birth from this conception of insemination of the seed of men within the artificial wombs of these humanoid robots. And at the time of the end that Elu'hymn, the sovereign king of all the heavens and the earth, shall come, and he shall vanquish them and destroy them all. And then all these man-made humanoid hybrid creations, they all shall be destroyed. Then Elu'hymn, the sovereign king of heaven, shall set up Ys holy kingdom in Ys earth, and this would be the time of Ys holy kingdom reign, and the time when Elu'hymn shall establish a holy kingdom that shall never destroyed, and then Ys holy kingdom shall never have in it any kind of human contraptions, be it any of these humanoid robots. Nor neither any beings that are clones, nor any such beings which were born from humanoid robots, nor children of any one that were born being a clone, and of those that were human hybrids. But Iys holy kingdom would only consist of only those beings who were being born again by Elu'hymn, and of those who would be like Iys holy angels. And from those who were once human beings and from whom would be resurrected, and then they would be emanated by Elu'hymn, even from all those who shall be left. And then Iys holy kingdom shall be the only kingdom that shall be left. And all those beings that would be emanated, they shall be of Iys holy people. And none of these clones or wannabe human beings would ever be again allowed to exist. Nor either would there be any of these cloned people. Because Elu'hymn shall destroy them, and Iys kingdom would thrive in harmony and peace. And Elu'hymn shall consume all the God and the idols and images. And none of these things shall ever again allowed to exist. And not even Satan shall exist. And neither shall Satan's kingdom ever again exist. But only Iys holy kingdom shall exist. And only Iys holy kingdom shall be standing forever. And Daniel, inasmuch as thou saw that the stone which shall destroy the 10 toes, which was partly broken, because that was the kingdom which had the man-made clones, and also these hybrids beings, and also these humanoid robots in it, that Elu'hymn would destroy them totally. And also Satan's government, and also his kingdom, and it all shall be cut off by Elu'hymn. And at the coming of Elu'hymn, and when Elu'hymn shall come down from Iys heavens to establish Iys holy kingdom, in Iys earth, and when he shall begin to reign as the sovereign Elu'hymn, and as the only sovereign one in Iys earth. And this is when Satan, and their existence would be cut off forever, and when Iys holy kingdom come down in Iys earth. And then the kingdoms which were once Satan's, and whom was once known as God, and whose kingdom wasn't built by his, because Satan doesn't have any hands nor feet, would be vanquished forever. Because Iys holy kingdom shall break Satan's kingdom into pieces, and even his world government. And also this world's militaries, and also all the humanoid robots and their clones, and also their weapons which were made with the iron, and the military brass. And even those beings which were called clones, and also those that were human hybrids, and also those beings which came about because of the iron and clay, or because of the robots and because of humans' robots' insemination, and the children from these robots which were created with the seeds of men, and also with their silver, and their gold. And then Elu'hymn, whom is the great sovereign one, and whom is the almighty, would begin to reign in Iys earth. And whom is the true sovereign king, and whom is called Father, and also whom is the Holy One, and whom have made all of us, would reign forever. And then whom is the only true sovereign, and whom have made Iys heavens and Iys world, and whom have made known to us these sayings, and also whom have revealed to me these revelations, and also for us, and for you, O King, and for you to know your future, O King Nebuchadnezzar, that Elu'hymn shall certainly come. And also to Iys earth to fulfill all these prophecies, and also all these revelations, and also all these sayings, and also all these things that shall come to pass in the near future and also in the hereafter, and this dream, and its interpretation is certainly true. And this interpretation is certainly going to come to pass. Therefore it's going to happen as Elu'hymn have said for sure. Then King Nebuchadnezzar fell down upon his face, and he began to worship Daniel's sovereign king. And then he commanded that they should offer some gifts to Daniel. And also that they should honor Elu'hymn, by making an oblation to Elu'hymn, whom is the sovereign king of heaven, with sweet odors. And also with an offering to Elu'hymn, whom is Daniel's sovereign. Then King Nebuchadnezzar answered Daniel. And he said to Daniel, Daniel, is this true? And if it is the truth, then it is, that he is the only true sovereign. And that he is not like any god which is made of man's hands and of silver and gold. But Elu'hymn is the true sovereign king, and also whom is a revealer of secrets. And seeing that alone he could have revealed all of these secrets, then the king made Daniel a great man, and gave him many great gifts. And then he made him a ruler over the whole province of Babylon. And he also made Daniel the chief of the governors, and also the chief over all the wise men. And Daniel became the chief of all the wise men that was in Babylon. Then Daniel requested that the king should also make his friends a part of the king's affairs. And then Daniel set Shadrach, and Meshach, and Abednego over the affairs of the province of Babylon, but Daniel, he was the chief governor, and he sat in the gate of the king. Thank you. The end.